Hopping from door to door, knocking 100 to 200 doors every single day, being the top salesman at one of my real estate companies, and constantly outperforming every single salesman out there, you often realize that the biggest bottleneck of a company, of a coaching program, of a consulting, whatever the company might be, is sales. Because you hire mediocre salesmen, you hire people who slack off, and you hire unloyal people that are gonna get poached by the bigger company. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to hire the right person, literally a picture replica of me, a picture replica of somebody who's gonna produce you $100,000 every single month. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. All of my reps produce me over $100,000 every single month because no, I didn't cherry pick them. I just used the right system behind the hiring, because you're going to all these different hiring managers, all these different companies promising the world. You don't even know what you're looking for yourself. Right? If you're a business owner, you might know sales, but you don't know what to look for when it comes to talent. Because all these reps, yes, they might be hungry, they might be young, they might have the experience, but they might lie, they might be unloyal, maybe they're just not good enough, maybe they're just not honest enough. They're gonna mess up your company. And the biggest thing a company needs to do is to keep the waterfall rolling every single month, right? Because you can't afford to mishire. You can't afford that lack of time, right? And hiring is the second most important skill that you need to master. So let's talk about it in this video. So when you hire a sales rep, right? The one variable that you can never fully measure, you can never fully know, is hunger, okay? So hiring, you're really hiring for somebody hungry, because all these people nowadays, all these sales reps, they have some experience, they know how to sell, they know how to yap, right? But a lot of the times they aren't loyal. That's the second thing you're gonna look for, right? So loyalty, that's the two big things when it comes to hiring: hunger and loyalty. Now, in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to find each and every single one of these. Now, when it comes to hunger, I want you to realize that everybody quote unquote has it, but almost none of them have it, right? So how do I actually test these people? So when it comes to step one, right? So with step one, the first thing you're gonna have to do when it comes to hiring, right? If you're a coach, a consultant, maybe even a growth operator, right? Is make a story post, right? Make a story post. Okay, make a story post. It could be very simple. Hiring top performance sales reps, over 300K cash collected, 2 years of experience, 1 year of experience. You can cross them out, right? If somebody does messages you, yo, at me, or yo, it's me, or yo, I'm the perfect guy. No. You're not looking for that. You're looking for somebody as direct as possible, right? So if it's a guy telling you, yo, I've cash collected over 300K, years worth of experience, that guy is very direct. So whenever everybody actually DMs you, what you're gonna do is just make some sort of a simple type form or something like that, right? Like literally it's just highlighting like, yo, what's your name, where you're located, what experience do you have, right? And then obviously these are some of the questions and stuff like that. And at the very end, to send you a loom, right? Now, the loom, right? So with step one, you can expect about maybe like 100 to like 200 people, right? You should expect 100 to 200 people, right? Now, how are you gonna decrease those people? Because everybody is gonna tell you that they're hungry. Every single person is gonna tell you that they're experienced. All of them will lie. The first step that we're gonna do, literally to counter all of that, is send them a loom. Anybody who doesn't send a loom, you don't call back, right? You don't call them back, every single one of them, right? After this, now you're down to like 100 to like 120. That's what you're down to, because literally like half the people just don't fill out the loom, or they just don't know. If they answer a question like, yo, what is a loom? How can I send it on? They should have enough IQ to go research what a loom is and make you a loom, right? Now, with the loom, I wanna show you exactly what I'm looking for, right? So when it comes to the intro, if somebody's making me an intro, hey, my name is this, I'm this old, BS, this experience, I've done this is why you should hire me, don't hire those people. Listen, you're gonna get over 100 looms. I actually want you to close your eyes and listen to these looms. Whoever says something cocky, whoever says something out of the blue, or whoever is like a smart ass, right, saying that they're gonna make you a shit ton of money, or whoever pattern interrupts, what you're looking for is a pattern interrupt. So what you're looking for is a pattern interrupt. That's what you're looking for. Close your eyes, you'll realize that all of them sound the same. If you're trying to hire the top sales rep, they can't sound the same as everybody else, because you won't even train them the same as everybody else, right? So now, that's gonna disqualify literally half of the people. If somebody doesn't have sales experience, don't hire them, obviously, right? Now, when it comes to the second steps, right, all you're gonna do is, out of these 100 people, right, you're gonna message them back. right? So you're gonna message them back. So what I do next is I send them one singular video. The singular video is literally what it is that we're selling, the expectations, and a CTA. But the CTA I don't put at the end, I actually put it in the middle, right? And with this, it's like a 20-minute video, like a 20 to 30-minute video. But 20 minutes is honestly the soft spot, right? In that video, all I do is I hide some sort of piece of information, right? Whether it be like my email, my number, or something, right? And within the video, I ask them to message me, right? I literally tell them like, yo, message this number within the video, right? So if they don't see the video, if they lie to me and they don't see the video, right? And they comment done at the very end, right? And they didn't message me the keyword or what I want them to message, do anything, be creative, right? I usually say like, yo, text me the word etc. or whatever. I don't know what it might be. It doesn't really matter, right? If they don't text you that, is they weren't even respectful enough to listen to you in the first place. You don't want people to lie to you. You don't want people to not respect you. Those are the two biggest things when it comes to a salesman, right? So now, that's what I hide. That's gonna eliminate literally half of these people. So now you're left probably with like 30 to 50. Right, that's what you're left with, 30 or 50 people. What I'm looking for after this, right? Whenever they text me the word, I'm looking for a follow-up. That's what I'm looking for. Some sort of a text, like, yo, I'm looking to get started, like, yo, when's this, when's that? I look from like 2 to 3 texts, right? So 2 to 3, that's what I want, right? Some people won't follow up, meaning that they don't care enough about your product. They don't care enough. How do you expect to hire somebody who doesn't even follow up on their own offer? You want your sales rep to follow up on the people that they're selling, right? So might as well then follow up with you as well. That's how you get hunger out of them. Now, when it comes to the actual test, what this is gonna do is just minimize the people to probably like less than 20, right? It's gonna get you less than 20 people. That's what it is. These 20 people are honestly gonna be 20 really solid salesmen and setters, right? There's gonna be appointment setters and there's gonna be closers. So really it's like an average 10 and 10, right? Now, what I like to do on these people, right, is now I'm actually gonna cherry pick. This is where I actually start ranking the best from the worst. So what I do is I make them send me another round of looms, okay? So in these looms, all I'm looking for is the most experience. That's what I'm looking for, the more experience. And now I'm ranking these guys from 1 to 20, right? 1 being the best, right? 20 being the worst. What I'm looking for out of these people is whoever has the most availability. I'm being so serious, right? Because you can be the best, but then again, you can be offer stacking. I don't want that. What I want is somebody who's gonna be committed to the offer that I literally gave them, the offer that we're about to scale, and I want them to see the vision, right? Just like we're selling prospects, you're gonna have to sell salesmen on your vision of the product. If you can't talk how I'm talking right now to these salesmen, they're not gonna want to work with you. You should be so stable on your product. You should be so grounded about what you're doing and where you wanna take your offer. Because if you're not, then the salesman won't follow. They're gonna follow a good leader. If you're not a good leader, if you're stumbling, they won't follow, okay? Now, with that being said, that's really gonna minimize a lot of people still, right? So now you're literally gonna pick up from 1 to like maybe like 5, right? Maybe like 1 closer, 3 setters, 2 closers, 2 setters. Doesn't really matter what type of system that you're running, right? So it's like whatever like the top 5 are, they have the most availability, they're gonna be really good, right? Now, this is how you're gonna test them, right? Those 20, they're already on the type form, so you already have their contact information, okay? Now, out of these 5, I want you to realize, right? People have skills, people love sales, people love all this stuff, right? If you wanna build a successful business, right, you're gonna have to be a people's person. Play people, not systems, right? You have to invest into the right people. The person that you know is gonna take you to the next level, right? You're never gonna get there if you're with a snake, if you're with somebody who's gonna get poached, if you're with somebody who's just there for money, right? You legitimately want people with compassion about your product. They love your product. They love everything about it. They're gonna stand it. They genuinely gotta believe it, right? Because salesmen nowadays, it's because now it's a dorm. Now it's a norm with salesmen, right? That if an offer is terrible, they're gonna jump on to the next offer. You don't want that, because again, you're gonna have to go through this whole funnel of hiring people. Now, when it comes to loyalty, you gotta realize that people are exactly like dogs. There's only 2 things that you need to do to prove somebody's loyalty, and it's through hunger, physical hunger, like food. If there's no food on the table and they're still down by your side, those people are loyal. And money. 2 things that men love and need: money and food. Right? If you can starve somebody out of those 2 for literally 1 to 2 weeks, and they're gonna stay by your side because they love your product, they love what you do, they love what you're about, they love everything about it, and they see the vision, keep those people and invest into those people. Get those people to 20, 30, 30, 40, 50, whatever K a month. Get them whatever they need, right? Because those people are gonna get you to the next level, right? Now, food and money is what people are looking for. Now, how do you starve those people out of food and money? Listen, if your salesmen are a little bit young, maybe like 18, 20, 21, right? Listen, we don't need money, we don't need food. Like, yeah, we need it, but necessarily we don't need it to live, right? Like, we're gonna do whatever we need to do to get that. So when it comes to money, when you give somebody evil a lot of money, that only amplifies them. It only amplifies them, right? Now, when you take people out of money, it only amplifies them as well, right? So if the person is shitty, if the person is terrible inside, they have a bad heart, starving them out of money will show, right? So typically what I do is I alter people's percentage, okay? So with my closers, with some of my top real estate offers, I starve them out of money, right? I told them, like, hey, listen, you're gonna close at an 8% the first 2 weeks, right? And they closed a lot, right? Because at the end of the day, that takes a hit, one, on their ego, two, I test them to see if they're loyal towards the company, right? At the end of the day, I pay my closers lower percentage just because we close so many deals and my system works. I don't really need a closer, but I want closers, and I want the best ones that I can get paid 10, 15, 20, 30K a month, okay? So now, when you starve people out of percentages or out of money, they're gonna show you their real side. They're gonna bounce, right? Do you really want somebody who's gonna pay them the most, right? You don't. You want loyal people who trust your vision, they trust your business, right? So now, test these people. All of these 20 people that you have down here, right? Test the 5 first, and then test the next 15, right? If the people don't pass the test, literally money or food, I literally saw one of my business partners starve its whole sales team out of food, to see who would crack first, literally. If you eat before we collect $100,000, you're getting kicked off the team. He literally took starving and hungry to the next level, right? So why can't you? Why are you so afraid to do that with your guys? Because at the end of the day, these guys are your family, all right? If somebody lies to you or is dishonest, kick them. If somebody's late to a meeting, kick them. You do not allow mediocrity within your team. Your team needs to be sharp. If you need something, go get it. Your team should be able to go get it for you. If I ask one of my salesmen to jump on a call, they're there because they see my vision, they know what I'm gonna do for them, right? And they trust in me. Your team should trust in you too. Literally, reevaluate your team if they don't trust you. Reevaluate them. If the sales reps are only there because you're just making them money, I can come in and offer them a bigger paycheck and they're gone. You should never want that. A lot of companies have tried poaching my salesmen, but they're never gonna leave me because they see my vision. I literally painted them the vision, and I'm gonna get them there because that's what I want for them. Nobody else wants that vision more than I want for them. That's how your guys should be. Prove to them that's how your guys should be. Literally, have your guys loyal towards you. And it all starts literally within this system. These people will love you. These people will work for you. They'll make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, if you don't even know where to get these group of salesmen, I'm gonna plug in my Instagram down below. Same with the YouTube video, exactly how these salesmen should close, okay? So if you need salesmen, literally just message me on Instagram. I've already done this hundreds of times. I already have a loop of closers who will be loyal to a company, right? Because I already did this for them. They've already either one, worked with my company, or two, worked with another one and stay loyal, but either just didn't work out, numbers didn't work out, something didn't work out, not enough leads. They took starvation to the next level, right? Now, if you enjoyed the video, literally type down below if you need salesmen or message me on Instagram. And with that being said, down in the comments, let me know what other video you need to see. I really want you to scale to 100K without my help. I really want you to do that. That's my goal with this channel. Look throughout all the videos. I want you to actually binge it because this is the same way that I've been able to take all my clients to $250,000 months without even have to stress about the automations, the systems. Even though we do have it, I don't stress about it because I know my team is loyal and I know my team will put in the work which it takes and hit the right KPIs to hit $250,000 a month every single month. And that's the end of this video. And with that being said, let's fucking scale.